It's just natural. When someone has sacrificed as much as parents do for their children, it's only human nature to want to repay that debt. And I don't think that parents look at it that way. I don't assume that you raise a child with this belief that they have a debt to repay. We're not indentured servants. We're over here just living beings. And I think they brought us into this world to have a good time. And that's probably the most that any parent could ask for. But nonetheless, despite knowing this, I have this deep feeling within me that I'm sure a lot of you do too, that you want to repay that in some way. And I think the best way you can do that is have a good life. And what do people judge that based on? What is the definition of a good life? I'm sure for most people in society, if you look at someone, it would simply fall into the lines of, do you have a career that you enjoy? Do you have a family? Do you have a partner? Do you have passions? And all of these things are good, but a lot of them come with a very stable career path, stable life trajectory, whatever it may be. And if you're like myself, kind of a curious person living an atypical life, a lot of those things just aren't there yet. I don't have a career. I don't have a partner. I do have passions, and I do have morals, though. And I think that's what matters more to some extent. I assume this is the case, and I'm not speaking from experience here, so take what I'm saying here with a grain of salt, but when parents raise you, I think their primary responsibility is to pass down a set of values that they believe will set you up for a successful and meaningful and most importantly, good life. And I think that could be summarized into what I said prior, your morals, your values. And if you stick to these things that your parents have taught you and they see you following that, it's my assumption that they would probably look at you as, okay, he might be lost, she might be confused, whatever it may be. But as long as you stick to that, I'm hoping and I'm guessing that your parents probably aren't looking at you as a failure. They're just looking at you as someone going through life. And like I was saying yesterday, people who are older have more experience. They understand that things don't always go the way that you plan, and that life kind of does lead you the way it wants to at times. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm living in my car. I don't have a career. I'm just over here figuring stuff out. And I can't speak on it right now. I don't know if that's going to lead me in a good direction or a bad one. But for right now, to circle back to essentially the heart of what I'm saying here, I'm sticking to my values, I'm sticking to my principles, and I'm trying to lead a life that my parents taught me. And that's doing good, helping other people, trying to find meaning, and doing right even when no one is looking. That's essentially all I've got to say today. I just wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of people feel that pressure, the pressure to impress the people who raised you. And if you judge it based on societal standards, a lot of times you might feel like I do, that you're just falling behind. But in reality, just stick to the core of it all. Just stick to the fact that you need to live by example, and that example was set by your parents. As long as you follow that, I have this feeling that our parents are looking at us with a little bit of happiness. I'm hoping so, at least. I know my mom isn't exactly thrilled that I'm living out of a car, but you know what? Maybe someday I won't. That's all I gotta say today, guys. Catch you tomorrow.